Welcome back. Now, the government has been explaining further why it had to do away with the subsidy on petrol. Here's Minister of Information Lai Mohammed speaking at a function organized by advertising practitioners in Lagos, explaining why the Nigerian government took the decision to remove a subsidy.
Many have been asking why this would happen at this time and what triggered the decision concerning the new framework to petrol product supply, distribution and pricing. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that decision is inevitable if we are to end the crippling fuel scarcity that has enveloped the country, if we are to ensure the availability of products and the suffering that our people have been subjected to should be put to an end. With the drastic fall in the price of crude oil, which is the nation's main foreign exchange, ANA, there's also been a drastic reduction in the amount of foreign exchange available. The unavailability of forex and the inability to open letters of credit have forced marketers to stop product importation and impose over 90% supply burden on the NNPC since October 2015. In contrast to the past, where NNPC supplies only 48% of the national requirement. The truth that the NNPC does not have the resources for, nor is it designed to meet this increase in supply. The result is a crippling fuel situation across the country. Pushed to supply 90% of the products required for domestic consumption, the NNPC has continued to utilize crude oil volumes outside the 445,000 barrels a day allocated to it, thereby creating a major funding and remittance gaps in the Federation account. Since the announcement of the new price regime, many have interpreted it as the removal of subsidy. The truth, ladies and gentlemen, is that there was no provision for subsidy in the 2016 appropriation. The XY PMS price of 86 naira 50 kobo would have resulted in a monthly deficit of 13.7. It would have resulted, gives an estimate subsidy claim of 13.7 naira per litre, which translates to 16.4 billion naira monthly. There's neither funding nor appropriation to cover this. Also, the renewed insurgency and pipeline vandalization in the Niger Delta have drastically reduced national crude oil production to 1.65 million barrels per day, against the 2.2 million barrels per day planned for in the 2016 budget, further reducing income to Federation account and also affecting crude volumes for PMS conversion and impacting federal government's forex earnings. Let me also note that the resultant fuel scarcity has created an abnormal increase in price, resulting in Nigerians paying between 150 naira to 300 naira per litre as prevalent hoarding, smuggling, and diversion of products have reduced volumes made available to the ordinary Nigerians. In the absence of available forex lines or crude volumes to continue massive importation of PMS, it is clear that unless immediate action is taken to liberalize the petroleum supply and distribution, the queues will persist, diversion will worsen, and the current prices will spiral out of control. Under the new price regime, the PPRA and DPR will be further empowered to ensure a level playing ground and strict compliance with market rules by all stakeholders and consumer protection. The liberalization of petrol supply and distribution will allow marketers and any Nigerian entity willing to supply PMS to source for their forex and import PMS to ensure availability of products in all locations of the country. In summary, the new pricing regime brings the following benefits. 1, it solves the current fuel scarcity by ensuring product availability across the country. 2, it reduces hoarding, smuggling, and diversion of products substantially and stabilizes price. Thirdly, it ensures market stability and improves fuel supply situation through private sector participation. And fourthly, it creates labor market stability, and this will potentially create additional 200,000 jobs through new investments in refineries and retails and prevent potential loss of 400,000 existing jobs and investments. We seek the understanding and cooperation of citizens of the various organizations like ADVAN for the efforts to end the cycle of fuel scarcity that has imposed massive suffering on our people and to make petroleum products available nationwide.
Now, in what is a sign of a clear breaking of ranks among labor unions in the country over the removal of petrol subsidy, the two workers' union in the Nigerian petroleum industry, Nigeria Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, and Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN, have both announced their support for the government's decision to remove subsidy on petrol. Now, they made the announcement at the end of a joint National Executive Council meeting in Calabar, Cross River State, that's in South Nigeria, and that was last Friday. According to them, quote, the increment was a step in the right direction. Government needs to engage with stakeholders to work out a clear direction on how to invest the gains into the economy to cushion the effect of the price, end of quote. Their position now runs contrary to that of the Nigeria Labour Congress, which had condemned the removal and said it would resist it. Joining me right now to discuss more about the outcome of that meeting is the Southwest Zonal Chairman of NUPENG, Mr. Tokunbo Korodo. Mr. Korodo, thank you very much for joining us. Let me just find out from you. It's quite surprising that NUPENG and PENGASSAN are taking a position that is completely different from that of the NLC.
Well, thank you very much. You know, this situation on ground has a lot of things to do with us, especially we in the oil and gas industry. And nobody can cry more than the bereaved. We are the one that has been facing a lot of hardship in the system and in the economy. And some of the challenges that we are facing is also the kind of redundancy and severe job loss from their members as a result of a lot of the atrocities being committed in the oil and gas industry. And in the past, I can tell you categorically, the previous government failed to invest into the infrastructure of the industry. The only thing they know much is to loot the treasury. And that is why we find ourselves in the present position. This is the first time we've seen the government of the day taking a very strong and bold step to salvage the economy and also our industry, the oil and gas. And we can see categorically that with this initiative, if properly monitored and maintained, it's going to bring down the market forces, will bring down the price. The price modulation to us is temporary. We explain every content of the release of the government concerning the price modulation. I will also come with some palliative measures and some conditions to the government. Firstly, we can no longer tolerate the member or the workers of the gas industry losing their job as a result of the inefficiency on the part of government by not maintaining and ensure adequate security of the infrastructure in the industry. So this is a condition that needs to be met by the government. And apart from this, we also prevailing on government that whatever income accrues from this deregulation as a result of not paying further subsidy to also be reinvested into the economy. A situation whereby there will be looting spree as we observed previously. The business is not as same as before. We are going to resist it and ensure that the accountability must be upheld. So we came up with a very strong time. Our support to the government on this policy is as a result of our conviction that is a right step in the right direction.
So how are you going to convince your colleagues in the NLC now to see reason with you? Because you've actually made some very valid points, no question at all. But how are you going to convince your colleagues in the NLC to see reason with you and, just come on board with you?
It's factionalized. And as I've rightly said, I think no one can cry more than bereaved. Some people in NLC has little or nothing more about the happenings in the oil and gas industry. And we are in the best position to also educate our colleagues in NLC. One faction has stated as standing against the deregulation. Another faction is coming up with their own stand tomorrow. Who knows how the outcome of their own stand will be. So it is better that we, that have a very strong stake in the industry, NUPENG and PENGASSAN, have to stand by the truth and ensure that we also have an oversight function. Because we also prevail on government as a condition of this accepting this deregulation, that the refinery must be rehabilitated. And among about saving, and among the save from as a result of this reform, it has to be reinvested into the industry and the economy at large. Then the issue of immediate opening negotiation with the labor needs to be upheld, because some labor front said 65 naira or 56,000. We are with the group that are agitating for 90,000 naira as minimum wage for the workers in the oil and gas industry. And we are ready to open negotiation with the government that there must be assurance for job protection, creation of an avenue to go into immediate negotiation on the minimum wage, and also ensure that whatever dime gotten from this reform must be reinvested into the industry. And government will also come up with a palliative measure that ordinary Nigerians will not be unnecessarily punished. In the past, it is not as if labor movement opposed the regulation. We kicked against the regulation of the past regime because of lack of trust and confidence. And we thank God who have vindicated with what we gather later after the departure of that regime, how the treasury of this country was looted. And that is why we can see that the level of decency of the present government. And we can't continue to sleep and face the same direction at all times. When we see the truth, no matter how bitter the truth is, we must stand by the truth and also be pro-massive at all times.
If you were talking to Nigerians at this moment, what exactly would you be telling them?
Yes, my appeal to Nigeria is for better understanding, because we voted for the government for change, and change cannot come overnight. It's not magic, and they are giving us their word that they are, and we can also see them working in the right direction concerning trying to revive the economy. So we need to give them a chance. And if they fail to uphold their promises, we will also join the masses to fight. We are an insider, watching closely. If they are derailing, we will not fail to expose the government. We did it in the past, and we can still do it once again, if need be.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Tokunbo Korodo. That was Mr. Tokunbo Korodo, the chairman of the Southwest Zone of NUPENG. Well, we wait and see what actually happens. Quite surprising that the unions are not agreeing this time. And, well, the government would be smiling, no doubt, that it is getting the support of NUPENG and PENGASSAN, the two key unions in the petroleum industry. Well, that's it on the program. If you want to watch it again, it's simple. Just go to our website, tv360nigeria.com. You'll find this video and lots more there. You can also watch us on our YouTube channel. And, of course, the address is youtube.com/TV360 Nigeria. Do subscribe to get the latest videos and updates. You can also join us on Google Plus at TV360 Nigeria, or just like us on Facebook. The address is facebook.com/TV360 online, or you can follow us on Twitter at TV360 online. Thank you very much again for joining us, and we'll see you next week.